Generic greetings! The Room is essentially a puzzle game that it's probably one of the few games I'd recommend for mobile devices. I originally played it on my tablet a year or so ago now and really enjoyed it, so I've bought the other two in the series. There's 3 games so far, and really enjoy them, recommend them highly, have played through them several times, but I've never played it on PC. Now, I was aware that The Room was out for PC, but it's recently been announced, or might already be out by the time you are watching this, that the second one is coming to PC as well. I have a feeling, however, and I have to say this sort of grudgingly, that it's probably going to be better on tablet. Even though it's going to look better on PC, I think just the way the control schemes work, I think it might be actually better on tablet. But either way, I'm going to give this one a go. I've got a beverage here with me to keep me company. Today's beverage is pineapple juice, which is strange because I don't really like pineapple juice. I like pineapple, but I don't really know why I've got this here. I think it was just cheap down the shop and I grabbed hold of it. So, let's go to continue game. What I've done, I've installed it and I've played through the little tutorial-y type thing, and I thought I would get that over and done with. So as I said, it's sort of a puzzle game, and oh bloody hell, it actually looks quite good. It's going to tell me about what we need to do now. What I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and speed run this level. It's not going to be overly efficient because you know, I'm going to be commentating over the top of it, but I want to try and speedrun this thing, because as I said, I have played this game several times now, and I can remember a lot about it. So what we need to do is get inside the box. Now, I think what we have to do is just find some parts. So the controls are quite easy. You just sort of click and move things around, but as I said, I have a feeling that it's going to be better. Already, I think it's going to be better it's probably going to be better on tablet or mobile devices than on PC, just because of the way the controls work. There we go. I'm just spinning some things around and collecting some items. So yeah, you can easily, if you double click, you can zoom into things. If you right click, you go out of it. You've got an eyepiece that when you open it up, you get this like weird view thing, and what that allows you to do is like see through certain parts, like that one there, or see marks like that, for example. So there's like little fingerprints there you can see. There you go. You wouldn't be able to see that without that, and that means we can actually click that, and then it opens up, and we get a book. There we go. There we go. A nice round book, and we open that up, and then we can do another puzzle. So we'll move that round there, and that round there. I really like these games, and I'm not really too sure why. I mean, the thing is, there we go. There's that book open, and wow, there we go. February the 11th, my research continues at a snail's pace with these barbaric instruments. I can barely read anything. I'm not really going to spoil the story for you. I want to sort of skip that ahead. But basically, you get a strange note. The first game, and you get a strange note to come here, and you find this monocle in the attic, and then you sort of transcend into this weird mist-like, almost, I guess it's very Lovecraftian influence as well, sort of world. Anyway, what I need to do is open these up here, and there's symbols all over, so that's like some sort of crown thing. So we just need to move these round until we find said symbol. There we go. There's that one there. So we know that that symbol's like that. But yeah, like I say, I'm not really too sure why I really like these games, but they are pretty good fun. That's some sort of round thing with a couple of lines in it. So let's just go back over here. So on a round thing with some lines. I think it was in this corner. Round thing with some lines. Yes, it is. We need another one, which I believe if we activate this, we can see in one of the corners. Yes, it's like a cross with a line through it as well. So we can go over here. So we know it's a cross. It's with a line through it. And this one, we can look around the box to find the other one, but what's the point? Because we know that these are correct. So we just keep scrolling and we just brute force attack it. And there we go. We've now got another key. So far, we've got some weird lantern type thing, which I think you can turn and it will actually open up. Hang on, we'll open like that, and then it opens up. There you go. It does look much better on PC than tablet, I must confess. Right, so we need to do a couple more things. So we're trying to unlock these things here. We've got what's some sort of eyeball there. Plate symbol, can't read it. I've got a couple of things. What I need to do actually is probably sort this out. So this is telling me what numbers are on places. There's 5 on this side here, so we know that that's 5. There we go. And then the bottom is going to be, we're trying to match these symbols, so probably is going to be probably going to be 6, yeah, because you can only really get 6. So there's 6. This side is 7, and then the top is probably going to be 2. So 7. Just pull this down. 7 and 2. And then this opens that, we press a switch thing, and then this thing opens up, which is like a projector. As I said, it reminds me of a game called Myst, which I'm sure most people are aware of what Myst is, and there's many others in the series. I think there's one called Riven or Raven or something like that, and then there's Uru, and then there's many other type games. But it's got a weird Lovecraftian influence. Let me just spark that up, and then we will raise that up at there, and then this will light up the projector. as you go through the series of games, it does get more and more Lovecraftian and quite weird in places. But you know, I like that. It's not too bad. Right, what we need to do is, like I said, just continue going through the puzzles. A lot of this is, you know, you just sort of. I mean, I'm doing this really, really quickly, but this is because I've played all through the entire series at least 3 times, just because I really enjoy it. This is like a little note here from AS, which is going to tell about research and stuff. As I said, I don't really want to read too much because it'll spoil the story. But I don't know, there's something about it. If you haven't played it like previously, you would have to read through these notes, go through these and look through the goggles and actually decipher these things for yourself. But I must confess, they're not overly difficult. I mean, you're not going to... Well, I don't struggle at them, so if I don't struggle at puzzle games, then guess what? You're going to be perfectly fine. I mean, I don't personally know you, but I'm assuming if I can get through it, then you'll be just dandy. Right, so what we need to do is... I'm sort of stuck now where to go. So we've got this open up. Can we look through this thing? I think we can. Let's have a quick look through. It's some guy with his face cut out. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to put the goggles on and then look through it, and then we can actually see some, yeah, trial. There we go. So it's, he's going to point up to it, and then it's just going to go flash. Come on, is it going to flash? No, no, trial. Okay, fair enough. Close that. So trial, what we need to do then, this is going to open up. There was one instance later on where it does actually flash at you, which is why I was a bit confused. So this, we need to get the lines. You can see it's some sort of like ram's head, so we just need to move all these around so we connect them all up. There, and then there. And then that will open this up and then give us an L. And I don't know if you've already seen it, but we'll just come back over. Then we'll go to this side, and then we know that we can put an L there. So it is... Hang on. T... Where's R? I-A-L. Bump. And then that will close down. And then the other side will open up. Obviously, these boxes do not follow any convention and any sort of... I guess it would be... they're not restrained by anything physical. They're physical... I mean, there's no way that that'll be able to fit in there with everything else. It just, there's no real physical constraints on this thing. Right, so we need to open up this, and I think what I'll do is go this side. I think we need to go up the top here, and then we need to flick that across, and that'll opens up this. Now, this is weird because, actually, you would actually, this was one of the puzzles where you would tilt the tablet, and we just need to actually turn things around, and then there we go, the lights light up. And then this opens up, and then we know that we can do that to move things around, and eventually we'll line that up, and then you get this like weird thing where, boom, you get a keyhole, right? Okay, so I can put my key in there, I can turn it around, and then the whole thing goes back in. Sweet, so I've used all of these items. I originally played Myst probably, oh god, it would be about 15 or so years ago now, and I remember my friend actually got it free with a Hewlett-Packard printer, I believe. That's how common these things were, and I remember like, people always going on about Myst, and you played Myst, and I played it, and I really was just very, very, very confused. And I haven't played it for, oh god, yeah, it probably will be back then. It was the last time I actually played Myst, and it was very deliberately obtuse. You couldn't really figure out exactly what was going on. It was a bloody nightmare at times. But this one is very, very, you know, you can happily like blast through it if you know what you're doing, and you can work things out. And if you don't know what's going on, you can wait, and you will eventually get hints. But you can turn them off. I tend to turn them off. So what we need to do is turn these dials. So 1, 2, 3, and we're trying to find the correct sequence, which is not that. So it's that one, that one, that one, that one, and then that one, that one. Bump. And then this now opens up, and we can then... We've got, what's these numbers? I'm just going to... Ooh, this is new. This is different to the tablet version. These one you would just have to lift up, you see. You would have to actually lift that up and lift that up with both fingers, and then that would do whatever. Now, this, as I said, is different. And there's 2 little notches there. That says 1 and that says 2. Maybe that says 1, that's the second, that's the first, that's the second. Right, this is a bit different because, as I said, I haven't experienced that before. So what I'm going to have to do is, right, I'm going to, what's that say there? That says 2 and then 3. So we'll just put 1 on 2, 1 on 3. Nope, okay, we'll switch it around. Nope, it does not work. What about up here? That says, let's go down here. So, that says 5, and that says 2. Oh, okay, right, okay, yes, fine. It's because of the way the symbols were. So, 2, 5, dump. There you go. So they've changed things slightly because of the control schemes, because obviously you can't really do 2 fingers when you've got a mouse. Actually, you could, because you couldn't. That's left and right click, but then you still don't have 2 mouse pointers. Right, so we've got a key. And what we can do, we can actually spin this around, you see. So we can do that. Now, what I tend to do is zoom into this. Actually, we'll do that. And then normally you open this and you get like a little symbol, but it looks like it hasn't got that. I think we need to sort that out there. So what we'll do, we'll just say it is that and that. Wrong. What I'll do then, oh, there you go. It's actually done it now for me. So I can tell exactly what it is. I was pretty much nowhere near. Alright, there's the key. Shove it in, turny. And then that opens up. Right, and we get a little sort of wheel thing. Cool. Where's the wheel going to go? The wheel will go... where's the wheel going to go? Maybe here? Yes. Legend. I think when I originally played this on tablet, I was taking about maybe 40 minutes per puzzle, because this is like one of the puzzles of 4, I think. And I think my total playtime was about 3 to 4 hours on the thing. So I think I got my money's worth out of it. And considering I've spent so much time on it, then I've no real problem with that one. Right, we've got some weird thing where we can turn this, and we've also got like another bit where we can move things around. I've just turned that around just to lift this entire thing up. I really like that everything's just a bit weird, like, in this place. You know what I mean? It's like, this box shouldn't work. I mean, how does it work? Well, actually, you find out sort of-ish as you play through the game. Now, we've been seeing these symbols here, and what you do is you actually rotate them, like so. It's actually easier on PC because you can see what the symbols are. On tablet's a bit iffy. We need to find a square, sort of exclamation mark, and then some weird sort of, I don't know, pentagon type thing. Right, so we've got one up here, which is a square, and the square needs to be turned 1 to the right, like so, or rather clockwise, should we say. This one needs to be turned 1 that way, and then this top one needs to be turned so it is 1 clockwise as well. So we need to find the other symbol, which will be, I believe it's under here. So I'll lift that up 1 clockwise, and boom, we can now open that drawer. We'll go over here, and then we'll pull the drawer open, and we've got elastic band, and then we've got a large cog. Excellent, we can put that in there. Sometimes you will get like secrets and stuff inside these boxes. You have to be very, very careful where you look. So we know that we can move this thing around, but what we want to do is move that over there, and we need to put a cog onto... no, we'll put one onto there, I guess, and then keep it over that side, and then we'll turny, and that lifts this second bit up, which then opens that, and we get a screwdriver. Excellent. Is that good? Well, we've seen some screws around here, so we will then unscrew these ones, like so. And we'll do this. The first game is pretty much this, with a little bit of story going into it. We have to actually press the stop button to grab that. There we go. That was pretty simple. And we got a weird looking key. Yes, it was quite... I would say it was pretty much the same as this. The second one, it changes it up so you go to different rooms, and then the third one, you've got different rooms and weird, like, dimension-y type things. It just expands the game. Like, I was very hesitant. I thought, oh, no, I really like the first one. I hope they haven't changed it too much. And at first, I was a bit, I really want to play the original sort of thing, the way that was like. But actually, once you get into it, it actually is really, really good. I think I like I don't know which one I like the best. I don't know whether I like the second one or the first one the best. Now, what we need to do is rotate a couple of things here. We're trying to get the right line up, and I think it's that. All right, and then put that in there. Wrong shape. So it'll be, yeah, it's the other way. So I did it slightly wrong. So it's that way. There we go. Up there. Hang on. Up there, and then we will go back. You can see there's a hint up the top right, but I'm not gonna top left. I'm not gonna do that though. So that opens up this drawer. Very nice textures on it, and then we get another little gear, little cog. Right, we can go back down here, and we'll shove it on there. Move that over there, and then turn it. Turn the wheel. Right, and that's gonna do whatever. And we get another one. Excellent. And I think this is where we'll use the rubber band. Put the laggy band on, and we'll be right. So we'll do that. Hang on, that one there. No, we can pull that off there, put it on there, and then we can put the laggy band on, surely. There we go, and bosh. Sorted. I also like the I mean, it has got a lot of Lovecraftian influences in this, but I like the, I don't know, there's a certain Englishness about it for some reason. Like the things like, you know, talisman. Like one of the items says, like, you know, talisman made in Guildford, blah blah blah, with loads of little stamps, and it does remind you of like that old sort of English craftsmanship and stuff, or British craftsmanship. Right, so we've got this weird tube which I think you can open up. Yes, some sort of small key, and then we also get a little photograph as well. There we go, and I think we can look at that through here. And oh no, we can't. There's something on the back door, Rev 605, which I believe is on this thing here. But what I need to do is use the key first, and there was a keyhole. Where was the keyhole? It was... doesn't seem to move. Yes, so that is a keyhole. Where would the key go? There. There it is there. So put the key in here. Turn it around. And then we need to rotate these cylinders so we match up the puzzle. But remember, we've got a bit on the bottom here, so we know where to line it up. There we go. Straight away, done. And we got a shield. Excellent. Well, where would a shield go? I think it would go on some sort of knight. And since it's the only guy, there's a guy around here that's not holding anything. Where is he? Roddy round. You've holding nothing. You can get a shield. You spin round. We get a gem, which I believe is a different colour from the original. I'm pretty sure the other one was red, although I could be wrong about that one. Actually, I don't think it was blue. I could be totally wrong about that. Right, so we need to go Rev, I believe it was 605, so we'll keep rotating this round. Rotatey, 605, bosh, and then that goes in, and closes up, and we get another part unlocked. Blasting through this now, and then that opens up to reveal that. As you can see, it's not really, there's no real constraints on this thing. You know what, I might as well do the next one. Let's just crack on and see how fast I can bosh through this second one. So, we've got this thing here, which is our little photograph. So, where else do you want to go? Well, I can do that. And you can see there's like some sort of thing where we can move stuff around. What I'm going to do is pull that down there. We can't rotate that around, but what I'll do is rotate that here. This puzzle is slightly different, I believe, to the other one. We'll put that in there. This one can go into there, it can go over there, and then we've now got a square hole, which actually doesn't do anything, but it doesn't really matter. Let's continue going around and see what we can do. So we're just checking. First, you just check on the box for, well, actually, what you do is you check on the box for fingerprints. There we go. This thing here, like Talisman Core. There you go. That's just a nice little, the artistry on that is nice. Then we'll pull that down. And then this fires open up, and then again a box with some kind of puzzle on top. This is blah blah blah, more things and story and stuff. Close that. If you really care, you can actually close that and well, pause it and watch it. Now what I need to do is do this sort of weird ball challenge thing. So we're going to move this around, and to be honest with you, when I played it on tablet, it was extremely easy. It was, well, you could just, hang on, I just put it where the starting is. I might have just, yeah, I say it's quite easy, but I've sort of ballsed it up. There, that's the one. All the way around. And then, I believe it is that. Hang on. Yeah, hang on, Derek, hang on. It can't be here then, can it? Because it can't, there's nothing connects there. So hang on, was it, is it that? It has to be that, surely. And then around, and then turn it around, and then straight in there. There we go. This is easy, he says. Not very easy, it actually is. Right, so we've got a key, one key, and it looks like some sort of ordinary key. We can't twist things around. Again, we'll just have a quick spin around. Any other fingerprints that we can see. Oh, good, bloody hell. And spin you round. No, I cannot see any fingerprints. You know what? This does actually work, right? There's no real issues here. However, do I still think it's better on PC? On tablet, rather? I'm not convinced. I think it depends what you're looking for. If you're wanting something quite easy, let's just turn these round. Something quite, like, I don't know. If you're wanting better graphics, then PC, right? If you're wanting just something to sit down and enjoy a quick beverage with, then by all means, either will do. There we go. That opens up, but it does look very nice. This is going to give us some weird lens type thing, and then we're going to pick that up. Hang on, we'll pick this up, small peg. Then I believe that goes in there. And we can look and we're not going to see anything. Now, if I close that and actually put this on, now it'll go through and it'll go a bit weird. And you can see it goes, woo, look at that weird, nice little sort of weird cutscene thing. As you go inside the box and through loads of cogs, and then sigil. Yeah. And then, oh, it's actually burnt on there. So, where can I put in those? Actually, what have we got here? It's some sort of peg. We've seen a square peg somewhere, haven't we? You can hear like bits of people, someone walking now and again, which is weird, or like heartbeats and stuff like that. I'm sure there's a bit where we've been able to type something in. Actually, would we be able to put it there? Yes, we can. Excellent. And then this is going to open up. Aha! Alright, so S I G, hang on. G I L Bosh. And then this opens up here to gain a crystal and another little note that I'm not really going to bother with. Be very careful, right? A lot of these things that open up, these boxes, you might be really stuck and thinking, oh, where the hell do I go now? Look on the side of the boxes. They often have switches on them. I don't know why. It just seems to be, I wouldn't say running gag, but it just seems to have them all the time. Crystal. Oh, look at that. Nice ambient lighting there. Close it up. And then focus crystal. And there we go. I think they've done a very good job of translating this to like PC in terms of the controls. I'm still not convinced that I think the oh, are these going to come down? There we go. I still think that the tablet controls work a bit better. There's a little button there. See, it would be very hard to see, but we'll pick that up. But I'm still enjoying it. That's for sure. I don't know. I like. There's nothing I don't like about the game. It's very quick to play. Very moreish. Like, I'm not going to say the word addictive because I hate it when games describe themselves as addictive. Addiction is not a good thing. But it's got this weird, like I said, Lovecraftian influence and sort of weird mythology that you can sort of get into. Even though it doesn't really tell you anything and it's very, very vague in certain ways, I still enjoy it. What we need to do is actually press that button and then go around and keep mashing this one, because that will then activate more things. Continue going, and then we can get this key here. There we go, another brass key. Now that was the first button. That was the button on the left. So we haven't done the one on the right, so we're going to do that one. So we'll press that. There's going to be one next to it. We'll press that. I don't know what it's doing. It's resetting it. I like all the old dials as well. Everything's very, well, of its era, which I think this is like the late 80s, like it's 1880s or something like that. A lot of these, I think that's set in. I don't really know. It doesn't. It does say. Actually, we should probably read one of the notes, but we'll find it out in a moment. Yeah, we'll read one of the notes. It might say. Is there a note in there? There is a note in there. Is it dated on here? No. July 29th. I don't know. It's very. It's like late 1800s, early 1900s. Right, let's get this thing sorted. So we've obviously got a keyhole here, which we can then have a quick look through. And let's have a quick look. So we will put that up to... That one is not needed, so we can just put it aside. That one is not needed either. We'll put that aside. This one is required there. This one is not needed. This one is in here, and then that one is up the top, and then those ones obviously go in there because we don't need them. And then I've ballsed it up, is what you're saying. No, because apparently that one didn't move down. Okay, close, bang, and then that opens up. And look at that. Just that shouldn't. That's weird. The key shouldn't do that. Right, we're gonna go over here. Put that lens in there, and then that's gonna shine down. And you might think, what the hell's going on? Well, activate your little... Well, put your little whatever it is on. Whatever it is. Don't know. Some sort of weird... bounce this round. It's some sort of like weird spyglass thing. I need to just check, see where we can bounce it around. So that seems to bounce off that bit there. We might have to try different bits. We'll try that one. There we go, and then it'll be that one. Bosh. That closes up. I mean, you have to think, what the hell were these designed for? I think it's because it's to stop the... Oh, that's very pretty. Oh, no, I'll give him that. Yep, that's very nice. I think it was just to stop, like, any old person stumbling on the null is what it's called, which is some weird power source, but not, and it's weird. Could be Cthulhu's testicle for all I know. Right, there's that opened up, and then we've only got one more piece to get, so we can't really look on the top. I don't think we need to look on the top at the moment. We do have a key, which we can crank something, so we'll crank this thing here. And it's not a key, it's a crank handle, and we'll open that up, and there's going to be nothing there until we do that. And then, ooh, what's this about? We can rotate around and turn this thing here. Very nice. And then we'll look that way, turn that around to there, and there you go. Bosh. And then we get a little box, an intricate wooden box, which, I mean, that's very intricate. We're going to look on the bottom, and I believe we can turn it, which then opens it up like that. And then we can now rotate around. And where are we? There it is there. As I said, I've played this so many times now that it's pretty much doing it from memory. There's only a couple of things I've forgotten, and maybe only a little bit. So it's top left to bottom right, and then the ones next to it. Alright, now you might be thinking, what's that all about? But I know, I'll show you. Yeah, as I said, it's a lot of it I can remember, and the bits I've forgotten, just remembered quite quickly. It's this, bosh, and then that'll do something else. And then there's another piece and a square. I'm trying to look for a date on that. No, there's no date on it. And we rotate that round to there, pop that in there, that turns round, and then a lot of stuff now happens, I believe. It's going to be a lever, which we will then pull, and then that will convert the table a bit. Oh, very, very nice. Tell you what, you can get a couple of board games on that table, couldn't you? That would be really good for role-playing night. And then opens up. And that's a puzzle completed. Way, chapter complete. And that is the room, or at least a couple of bits of the room. I think there is another... I think there's another 2 bits to go. And both this game and the one on the tablet was updated with Prologue, which it shows you it's like another bit. So I think in total there's like 5 puzzles. I've showed you like 2 of them. Obviously I've blasted through them because I've spent hours and hours playing this on a mobile device, so I know the puzzles I'm doing. I really do recommend this thing. I have a love-hate relationship with puzzle games, as you may know, but it's something that I can get into. I don't know why. It's just it's not like a traditional puzzler in the sense that you fail if you get something wrong. It's just you can't proceed, and it's almost like you keep after hitting if you keep exploring and you keep finding things, and eventually you'll get there. And if you can't, there's little tips to make you go forward, and it's just fun. I don't know, I like it. I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to justify myself. Links in the description so you can check it out yourself. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.